Hey there. So I was reading in 1 Corinthians chapter 1. And Paul starts off the book of 1 Corinthians like he starts all of his letters. He starts right off with saying, this is Paul. I'm writing the letter. I'm writing it with Sosthenes, my brother, or our brother in the faith. And then he goes right in. The first 9 verses, he goes down this list, reminding the Corinthians of their identity in Christ. And he says, you're sanctified in Christ. You are saints. You have been given grace. You're enriched in everything. You've been given gifts. You are blameless. And then he gets to verse 9 and he says, God is faithful. It's like, I feel like saying at this point that God is faithful is like a punctuation mark on the end of this list of identity. But I also feel like saying that God is faithful, it's the foundation for this identity. It's the foundation of the Christian life. You have been sanctified in Christ. God is faithful. You have been given grace in Christ. God is faithful. You are enriched in everything. God is faithful. The testimony concerning Christ has been confirmed in you. God is faithful. You can eagerly await Christ's return because God is faithful. Jesus will confirm you to the end, blameless, because God is faithful. It's God's faithfulness that gives our identity its backbone. It's God's faithfulness that enriches us, that gives us grace. It's nothing that we've done. It's nothing we've done to earn. It has nothing to do with us. These are gifts, and it's because of God's faithfulness to us. And Paul will go on and he'll make other points through the chapter. And in verse 29, he'll say, no man can boast before God. It's God's faithfulness that has given us our gifts. It's God's faithfulness that has saved us. He's the reason why we have anything good in our lives. And then Paul will wrap up this chapter in verse 31 by saying, let him who boasts, boast in God. It's God's goodness. It's God's faithfulness. That's the reason for boasting. That's the reason for worship. We worship him because of the grace he's given us, because of our sanctification, our salvation, our relationship with Jesus, because God is faithful.